Hello, I'm Victoria Scott.
Why should we hire you when we have applicants with more experience or better credentials?
Though I may have less experience or less credentials than other applicants, I do have a very strong work ethic, character, and integrity. Anything I don't know, I will learn, and anything I do know, I excel at. I am proficient in Microsoft Office and Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and I'm also a U of H college student. Though I may be in school, I'm able to use the information that I learn quickly, and so I'm able to better understand it and apply it to current situations. For example, at my current place of employment, when I learned about the change implementation theory by Lewin, which states that change doesn't happen by telling it to happen, it happens through action. I was able to make change happen in the salon that needed to happen in a way that made it more permanent and something that was stronger than other ways of trying to get change to happen by just simply stating. I'm also proficient in STX software systems. It's a salon services systems used for booking appointments, client marketing, and I'm completely proficient in that and able to do many things with that. I also have wonderful communication skills, as I've been told, where I am able to sound very professional while on the phone with clients and leave messages that still sound professional in everyday business.
And how do you think you can contribute to this company?
I feel I can contribute to this company by providing a new perspective on current methods of what y'all do in your company. I could give new ideas that might not have been thought of. Also, I'm a creative person, and so I can also share any creative ideas I may have with others in order to improve upon the company's success. And as I mentioned prior, I do have wonderful communication skills, and if needed, I can answer phones in a very professional manner.
All right, and tell me about a time when you've solved a difficult problem.
An example of a time I've solved a difficult problem would have to be about 3 years ago when I first started my job at the salon. And what the problem was that there was no method of keeping track of daily transactions that clients made, how much money was being made for what services, what we were selling. There was no method of keeping track of any of this. It was just a bunch of paper. Anyway, though, I developed a series of spreadsheets, that were able to be used for quite some time. The first spreadsheet I created was a stylus sheet.
Okay.
And on the sheet, it had a section where the stylist would clock in at the beginning of the day and clock out for lunch and clock out at the end of the day. And also, though, it contained sections where it showed how much money they were making for each individual service and all the services together, along with a retail total and a total of the entire services, including tips, which was quite helpful. Also, though, there was a list of individual products sold so we could keep track of what was popular and what wasn't throughout the salon. there was another sheet I had created that was quite similar to this one that was used for the nail technicians, and it had about, I'd say, 5 or 6 more services added to it that wouldn't have been on the stylus sheet. So it was quite longer, but it was similar to the stylus sheet, just the same. The third sheet I helped create was a hourly clock-in sheet for hourly employees, such as the receptionist position, and that's where they would clock in again for beginning of day,
Right.
lunch, and end of the day. And it also had an area for tips if they received any, and products that they might have sold. The final sheet, though, I helped create was the transaction sheet. And on this sheet, it had an area for cash, checks, credit card, American Express, and debit cards. And it not only showed individual totals for each card, but it showed totals for each individual section and total for all transactions done that day, so we could know how much money we were intaking in the salon. Also, though, that sheet contained a cash flow sheet where it was how much money we began with and end with at the end of the day. But also, it had sections where we would show money taken out for tips or any other miscellaneous things that we may need. This system, if you will, was used for roughly 2 years, up until I had mentioned to my employer that he might want to invest in a computerized system in order to accommodate our increase in activity. We had an increase of clients, and it would be more efficient to keep it all on computer. And this was the STX system I had mentioned prior. And but up until we had exchanged it, if you will, for the computerized system, it was quite successful, and it was very accurate, and he would use it for taxes and other things that he would need it for throughout the salon. I even have given advice to other people needing help with keeping track of systems after I had performed this duty. But how I would apply this to this job that I'm applying for, though, is I would be able to adapt it in any way necessary to make it useful for our company. And it doesn't have to be for the same things, but it would be more just to show I have the Excel knowledge needed for this position.